So many people struggle to see results in the gym, but that's because they're training wrong. They're training too comfortably. Most people, when they're training, they go like, okay, let's say they had a exercise that they had like 14 kilos for 12 reps. Okay, that's what they took. And then they go like, okay, next time they're like, all right, I'm going to take 14 kilos. I'm probably going to do 12 reps again. And if they get really tired on the 11th, they just drop the weight and they're done. So they're like, oh yeah, I took one less this time than last time. So that sucks, but all right. But we're not going to do that. We don't want to train comfortably. We want to train uncomfortably. We want to push our limits. We want to have that discipline when we're training. And that's where progressive overload comes in. That means that if you took 14 kilos for 12 reps last time, you have two choices. You gotta bump up the reps or you gotta bump up the kilos. And that's what you gotta do. So like, bro, you gotta bump up to like trying to do 13 or 14 reps, or you can go from 14 kilos to 16 kilos. And then maybe you can take like only 9 reps, but that's fine. Then you just do 9 reps and you work yourself up to 12 reps over time. So by doing this, you are building on that strength. And when you are building on strength, you are building muscles. Because imagine that there's a guy benching 150 kilos on the bench press. You can't imagine that being a skinny 70 kg guy. He's weighing 70 kilos and he's like benches the double of his size. He has like flat chest, skinny arms. It just doesn't work, right? You have to have some muscles, some muscle mass to be able to actually push harder. So when you increase your strength, then you build on that muscles. And a really easy way to track your progress, if you don't know how to do it, you can just download the Strong mobile app, and it's very easy. It says what you did last time on that set, like how many kilos and how many reps you did on that set for every exercise, every set we did last time. And then you can just try to do a little bit more this time than you did last time. So that is an easy way to track your progress. If you want to know more and you want my full help, you can check the link in the description. It's my course. So check that out if you want to get in top tier shape. You only need to train 2 times per week on building muscles. Okay, on weightlifting. You only need 2 workouts per week. And as long as you're progressing, as long as you're pushing more weights or higher amount of reps for each and every time, you are going to make progress in the muscles and also obviously in the strength. So then you don't need any more. People are training like 5 or 6 times a week and they're not seeing that much progress. You can train 2 times, and as long as you train hard enough and do it in this protocol, you're good to go. You're set. Some other stuff that might help is you can consider doing a bulk if you want to skyrocket this thing, and if you're a little bit on the lower scale on the weight, you can try to bulk up a little bit, which that will make you more muscles. But obviously, if you're a bit overweight, or you want to just lose some fat or lose some mass, then obviously that's not something you want to go for. And then there's also hydration. You want to always have enough water before the training and during the training. That's very important, because if not, you're going to tire out so much more quickly. Again, if you want my full help, I have a link in the description. It's my course. It's super cheap right now. It's a pre-sale, and I'm going to bump the price up like crazy as soon as I've released the course. And so check that out if you want to take your physique to the next level. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.